we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the live stream. We got a nice 9-gamer on a Friday night, so excited to get into it. We got some news flowing through recently. We know that Tobias Harris was ruled out. Some more guys that we're waiting on for some more injury news, but never hurts our feeling to have some of the news out of the way, so we can kind of get prepared as to who we're really liking here on the slate tonight. So excited to get into it. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat as we go along here. As always, we're going to do a little bit of a game-by-game breakdown and win some money on this Friday night. So Patrick says, let's get it tonight. Yes, sir, Patrick. Welcome in, man. So Tobias Harris is out. Officially, that's the biggest piece of news that we've received so far. As far as anyone else, we will kind of go game by game here and figure out where we're looking to. So let's go ahead and refresh this, make sure that we're up to date. I think we should be good, though. As far as our first game here, Cleveland taking on Washington. Pretty fully healthy teams here across the board in this one, so not quite ideal compared to some of these other spots that we have here opening up for some usage. I talked about it on my earlier video this morning. My favorite play would be Evan Mobley by far here in the mid 6K range. I think he's just a little too underpriced for his upside. We saw him put up 48 DraftKings points last time out. I think he could certainly continue to do so. So gonna like him quite a bit on this slate tonight. And he's where I'd start in this first game. Washington's defense really doesn't scare us all too much for sure. So not gonna mind targeting him whatsoever. And he'd probably be my favorite option. Kevin Love is priced pretty reasonably as well across the industry. He does have a lot of upside, but the problem is the minutes really. He's only 5-1 over here on DraftKings. On FanDuel, I'm pretty sure he's pretty cheap as well. I think he's like 5-3 over here. Yeah, he's 5-3 on FanDuel. So both sites very cheap. The problem really is only the minutes. The production's going to be there. He put up 41.7 FanDuel points last time in a very limited amount of time, 21 minutes. He put up 42.5 DraftKings points. Keep in mind that game was a blowout, so there's a possibility he could have seen his minutes climb more towards like the mid-20s. Which seems to be a theme here because they've been blown out the last 2 times. So possibly he sees his minutes continue to climb a little bit more, but for the most part, his minutes have been somewhat limited, which is a little less than ideal. The Claw says, yo, welcome in, Claw. He said Giannis didn't do too well for him yesterday. Yeah, man, Giannis, that news was a scramble. I certainly thought I did pretty good at adjusting to the news, but unfortunately, those Milwaukee guys actually didn't do that good, so I was feeling pretty confident going into the slate, and then there was just a lot of weird stuff that went on yesterday. But yeah, so this first game, that's really it. On the Washington side, I'm not too interested, to be honest. Bradley Beal, you could pay up for him if you want. It's just this game's going to be pretty slow paced. Like looking at the total, it's a 208.5 over-under. Not really too intrigued to be really wanting to play him overall. So Bradley Beal, kind of a secondary option for me on the slate. And if I'm having to go someone on the Washington side of things, it'd probably be Kyle Kuzma or Spencer Dinwiddie in this mid-range. I think they could get there at their price tags, but even then, it's not as if they're really my top favorite plays on the slate. And the last guy I'd mention on the Cleveland side of things would be Lauri Markkanen. He's back playing plenty of minutes. He's been playing in the mid-30s when the games stay close. Certainly could surpass his price tag pretty easily. So he'd probably be another one of my favorite options in this first game on the slate. Second game on the slate, we have Miami taking on Indiana. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo both continue to be out. That's going to make Kyle Lowry and Tyler Hero both top priorities for us in our lineups tonight. They're going to have a bunch more usage, a bunch more responsibility, and for that reason, they should be underpriced at the respective price tags. Kyle Lowry is my lock of the night. Love him on both websites, but specifically on FanDuel, he's just way too cheap over here. So on FanDuel, you're definitely going to want to be taking advantage of the Kyle Lowry price tag. He's only 6'5". No Jimmy Butler. He should be able to pass this price tag super easy tonight. So going to like him a lot. Deshaun says, would you go Embiid, Wagner, or Cole, Ant, and J-Val on FanDuel? Embiid, Wagner. Okay, you're saying Embiid and Wagner or Cole Anthony and J-Val. That's tough, man. I like both of those, honestly. I think your head's in the right spot. I don't really know. I like Embiid a lot more with there being no Tobias Harris now, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the Embiid call because there's no Tobias Harris. I like him a lot tonight, so. Patrick says, let's smash the like button if you haven't yet. Yeah, Patrick, I appreciate that, man. We're trying to get to 20 likes on all these live streams, so if you guys hit that like button, that would be greatly appreciated. So, yeah, but where we were at, Kyle Lowry, great play. Tyler Hero, great play. Those guys should both be priorities in your lineups tonight on both websites. There's no Jimmy Butler. There's no Bam Adebayo. They're going to take on a lot of responsibility. And then, of course, Dwayne Dedmon's going to be the guy that's filling in for Mr. Adebayo, so he's going to be a great play as well. 4'8". he's still pretty underpriced for his role in this offense. Still grading out as a pretty good play for me on both websites, specifically on DraftKings. I like him on FanDuel as well, though. And he's certainly still a value. Even though he got a slight price increase, he still just continues to be a little too cheap for his new role with this team. He's going to get a bunch of minutes, bunch of usage, so I certainly like him. And it doesn't hurt that the Indiana side has a big front court in Miles Turner and Domantas Sabonis. I don't think there's any way he's going to get ran off the floor. Really, the only case you can make for fading him is if maybe the game went small or something like that. But with the big front court with Miles Turner and Domantas Sabonis, don't really think we have to worry about that too much. So I certainly do like Mr. Dwayne Dedmon. On the Indiana side of things, I think you're going to have to really kind of narrow your picks down as to who you like the most, because I don't think all these guys can get here. Karis LeVert continues to be really cheap on both websites, specifically on FanDuel. He's just really cheap. We talked about Kyle Lowry being really cheap on FanDuel. LeVert's also in that category. His ownership's just been so high, though, and he just continues to let everyone down. So if you're playing in tournaments, I don't hate not playing him. He does grade out as a great play on paper, but I mean, he's played 34 and 28 minutes the last 2 times out. 26 times before that, he's put up 23, 18, and 15. So some of these tournaments, he's been like 50% owned, 50% owned guy that's barely doing anything. So don't get me wrong, he does grade out as a good play, but if he's going to continue to be this popular, it probably makes sense to keep fading him. I mean, you might get burnt by it, but the fact of the matter is, if he's that highly owned and he's being inconsistent, like, probably don't want to go there all too much. Probably would just pivot to another guy like a Malcolm Brogdon or a Domantas Sabonis on their side. They should probably be pretty popular as well. Domantas Sabonis is another guy that I like a lot tonight, specifically on FanDuel. Again, I think he's just way too cheap over here, so I've listed quite a few guys that are at the top of my list over here on FanDuel due to the pricing discrepancy between the two websites. Sabonis, you can certainly add him to that list. I like him on both websites, but it's just really easy to be fitting in over here on FanDuel, so I gotta like him quite a bit. And that's pretty much who you're looking to in this Miami game. Dedmon, Duncan Robinson should get maybe some more usage with there being no Jimmy Butler, but honestly, am I getting that excited? Not really. Vincent and Struss both going to be filling in and playing more minutes, so they're going to be viable plays for sure, but are they really getting a lot of usage? No. I'd much rather... I mean, obviously, they're at a different price tier than Kyle Lowry and Tyler Hero, but Kyle Lowry and Tyler Hero are going to be your top 2 options on that Miami side of things tonight. Next game, Philly taking on Atlanta. We did get confirmation that Tobias Harris is out, so that's obviously some big news. Deshaun says, is George Niang and Seth Curry in play? Yeah, certainly, yeah. With there being no Tobias Harris, obviously that's going to be, definitely keep your eyes on, who's going to be in the starting lineup. It's going to be a lot of Matisse Thybulle and Furkan Korkmaz for some increased usage as well. But, I mean, George Niang probably going to get the start and should definitely get a big bump up here. So, yeah, he's certainly going to be the top of my priority list here as far as the guys that get a big bump up. He's only 3.5 on DraftKings. Pretty good fantasy point producer, looking at how he's produced so far on the season at that 3.5 price tag as far as the DK point per minute rate. Pull up my sheet here for you guys. Let's figure this out. George Niang, he's putting up 0.79 DK points per minute. So not terrible at all, especially when you're factoring in the price tag at only 3.5. He should be able to get you there pretty easily, but I think it goes without saying my top guy on this Philadelphia side, with there being no Tobias Harris now, is going to be Joel Embiid. He gets a huge bump up in usage now. He should be an absolute beast. His ceiling should be very, very high. The Atlanta front court is big with Clint Capella, John Collins. They're going to need him out there. And I think that Embiid could have a real big ceiling game here. So I'm going to like Joel Embiid a lot now with this news that there is no Tobias Harris. And another guy I think I don't like a lot is Seth Curry, only 5'1". He should get a lot more shot volume now with there being no Tobias Harris out there. Very good three-point shooter, specifically on DraftKings. I think he can get you there in a hurry, especially if he does get hot from behind the arc. So I do like Seth Curry quite a bit. And then as far as anyone else on this game, we did get confirmation that Bogdanovich is out for Atlanta and Cam Reddish is out. So that's going to continue to make us like Kevin Huerter, Danilo Gallinari quite a bit. They should get a big bump up in their minutes and their usage. So those guys making a lot of sense to me. At their respective price tags. So you have Huerter, Gallinari, and then you can make a little bit of a case for TLC as well, all the way down to 3-2. He played 25 minutes last time out, put up 16 DraftKings points, taking on his former team in Philadelphia. Certainly think he could have a big game in this one for his price tag, so I don't mind that if you want to go there. The Prince says, "What's up, guys? Welcome into Prince. Welcome in to the live stream. Who are you picking out of Durant, Embiid, Davis, or PG on DK?" I would pick Joel Embiid out of those. I really like Joel Embiid now with there being no Tobias Harris, so he'd be my pick there. I'm going to like him a lot. Next game on the slate, we have Minnesota taking on Brooklyn. James Harden, Kevin Durant, obviously being the main candidates in usage in this one. This is the highest total on the slate, so I think both those guys are certainly good pay-up options for you. Now we have some value with this Philadelphia 76ers squad, of course, with George Niang. You can play Danny Green as well. He's a guy that I didn't point out that I should have, so apologies for skipping over him. But Danny Green's certainly going to make sense as well. He's all the way down to 3-2, playing 20s. In minutes, you could see his minutes go all the way up to like 30 minutes or so, and he's just way too cheap. If you can get a few 3 balls to fall, he should be able to get there in a real quick hurry. So he's someone I'd be looking to. But yeah, Minnesota taking on Brooklyn. If this game does stay close, Kevin Durant, James Harden, both going to have huge ceilings here. They are a little negatively correlated, obviously, so I'd pick one of them and stick to it, whichever one your preference is. Both going to be very similar in their usage, both similar in their upside. It's really just a matter of the game, I would say. And as far as the overall matchup in this one, I'm not too worried about the Minnesota defense overall. I certainly do like both of them. I do have James Harden slightly behind Kevin Durant in my projections. So I would lean Kevin Durant, but it's not by much. And I do think that these two guys can both get you there no matter what. So, you know, obviously going to be both great plays. Like I said, I would probably stick to one in your lineups. Karl-Anthony Towns listed as questionable. We did get confirmation that he went through shoot-around. He's going to be more so probable. I would expect him to be in, to be honest. Same thing can be said for Anthony Edwards, who's listed as questionable. I think that all 3 of the Minnesota guys will be in. Karl-Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards. You can make a little bit of an argument for a D'Angelo Russell revenge game, I guess, after being shipped out of Brooklyn now with the 2 studs in Kevin Durant, James Harden. Maybe D'Angelo Russell comes in this game with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. I would imagine that he would. So D'Angelo Russell is certainly going to be an intriguing option for me tonight. And then as far as anyone else on the Brooklyn side, you could play a LaMarcus Aldridge, you could play a Patty Mills. They're the ones getting a lot of minutes, but other than that, it's really not too exciting. You really kind of want to just stick with the main candidates in James Harden and Kevin Durant. Orlando taking on Houston. There's some big news in this one. Kevin Porter Jr. is listed as questionable. If he is indeed out, that's going to open up a lot of usage for Jayshawn Tate and Christian Wood, both guys that I like a lot as is. The Orlando Magic defense has been terrible all season long. I love targeting them. Defense transitions, looking at my Patreon premium content over here, Orlando ranks 29th in the league in points per possession rank, 27th in transition points per possession rank given up, 27th in transition frequency allowed, and 25th in points per play rank. So Orlando just has not been good. Bottom 5 in the league in many categories defensively. So I'm definitely going to like Kevin Porter. I'm going to like these Houston guys quite a bit. Christian Wood, Jayshawn Tate, Eric Gordon. If there is no Kevin Porter Jr. in this one, all these guys should get a big bump up in usage. We should really want to be targeting them, and I would certainly have a lot of interest in them. So the Claw has some questions in the chat. Looks like you have quite a few, man. I'm going to answer the last one. Luka or Harden? I would lean towards going with Luka. There's no Kristaps Porzingis, so he should get a big bump up. So for that reason, I will lean towards going with Luka. But they're both pretty good plays, honestly. James Harden's in the fastest-paced game on the slate, so if you want to go with him, I wouldn't call you crazy, just for that reason. If you're going to run this game back, Wendell Carter Jr., Mo Bamba, Cole Anthony, and Franz Wagner are the way to go. With there being no Jalen Suggs, I do think Franz Wagner is a pretty good play here. He's going to continue to get a bunch of usage as long as there is no Jalen Suggs. Really going to like him a lot going forward. As long as he continues to, continue to get these minutes, continue to get this usage, I don't see a reason why not to like him. So he's certainly a guy that's going to be on my list for options tonight. And I think he's just way underpriced for the time being. So I'm going to continue to want to play some Franz Wagner. And he's certainly someone I'd be looking to. This game seems like a pretty good game environment to be stacking up, especially if we get some news that there's no Kevin Porter Jr. That's going to be some added usage to the Houston side of things. All right, guys, quick little break in the action here. If you didn't know, new sponsor of the channel, Parlay Play. There is a free play over here tonight that I really want you guys to come climb in and play with me. Completely free. You go ahead and sign up. Use my link. You can use code KJK003 as well to get these offers, but I'm going to drop this in the chat right now. Completely free play over here. You get a chance to win $30 off of no money. And when you sign up, you also do get two free $5 bets right off the bat. So immediately you're going to get 2 free $5 bets. And you do get a deposit match up to $50 when you join over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat right now. Complete free play tonight. They don't do these free plays every night, so this is for NBA. Go ahead and climb in now, honestly. Click this link. Free chance of money. Free money is free money. Like I said, you go over here, you get the automatic $10 when you sign up using my link. So go ahead and click that link in the chat, or you can click it. It's linked below in the description. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys free picks right now. So there's 8 total picks in this free play tonight. 8 guys you can go with. And I'm going to give you my first 3 picks here, locking them in. I'm using my projections on the back end, so I'm really dialed into my picks. First one's going to be Bam Adebayo under. Why am I picking that? Because he's not playing. So guess what? The first pick on this slate tonight, it's an automatic lock. So go ahead and lock in the under for Bam Adebayo. Second guy on the picks is Darius Garland, over 25.5 parlay points. Love that pick. I've got him projected for like right around 30, I think, when I was checking out my projections. So that's an easy pick for me. Love that pick. And my third guy is going to be Kevin Durant. And my pick for that, you got to pick between 0 to 19, 20 to 23, 24 to 27, 28 to 32, 33 to 36 points, etc. My pick for that's going to be 28 to 32 points. Now, keep in mind, that's actual points, not parlay points, so not like fantasy points. That's actually how many points he's going to score. So I've got him projected for right around like 28 to 32 real-life points. So you can go ahead and click on that link in the chat. Join the free play, completely free. You get a free chance at the $30 for the first place prize. 226 out of 350 in there right now. So go ahead and climb in, click that link, and we'll be able to kind of follow each other in the standings, which I'm really looking forward to. And on top of that, I'm offering the Discord package on my Patreon for only $1 all of December. Holiday season, trying to give back to you guys. So you can go ahead and climb over here. If you become a Patreon member, you get way more. If you become a KJK DFS NBA package member, you're going to get my projections, my data sheets, my player stats, team stats, play context stats, my core plays, and you get Discord chat access. But if you're not quite wanting to spend that $19.99 a month, if you just don't play maybe quite as much volume as other DFS players, or you just want to become part of the KJK DFS community, but you're not too interested in the projection system or whatever it may be, you can go ahead and join the KJK DFS Discord package. Only $1 all of December, and I'm going to go ahead and put the link to my Patreon in the chat as well. Just trying to get back to you guys, holiday season, as much as I can for your support on the channel throughout the year. I really do appreciate it. So these are some multiple things you can check out. Check out the parlay play for free. You get the $10 automatically in your account as well, so you can go ahead and start playing contests over here. And it's a really fun format. I'm really getting excited about this. Like, I've been playing around with all the different game modes they have over here. You can do NFL, NBA. They have college football free tomorrow as well. And a pick that I really like a lot tonight from a paid pick aspect is this Pacers Heat game. The Domantas Sabonis and Kyle Lowry. We talked about liking Kyle Lowry a lot. He's my lock of the night. If you go ahead and go over here to his points or parlay points at 25.5, locking that over. Love that. And then you go to Domantas Sabonis. He has points. I like him a lot as a player tonight, as I mentioned. 32.5 parlay points. He should be able to surpass that very easily. Both these guys. I mean, I have Domantas Sabonis projected for like 45 fantasy points. And I have Kyle Lowry projected for 40 plus too. So it's free money. Go ahead and sign up. Use the link below. Use the link in the chat. And parlay play. Free money, guys. Go ahead and lock those 2 picks in this Indiana Pacers game, Miami Heat game. The risk-free entry you get right off the bat for $5. All you got to do is hit that place button. You get a 3 times payout, $15, free money over here. Really like these picks. Check it out. Like I said, check out that $1 special offer for the Discord package. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start getting back into the breakdown here. The New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, let's see if we have some questions. Okay, on FanDuel, favorite center to Prince asked. So before I go, I really like Joel Embiid. We talked about it. There's no Tobias Harris. So Joel Embiid's going to be a guy that I really like. But Domantas Sabonis also has center eligibility. He's only 8'5". If you want to play him at the center position instead of the power forward, really like him. And another guy that I really like is Christian Wood. Christian Wood, especially if there's no Kevin Porter Jr. He's 8'6". He got removed from the game early last time out. He has power forward center eligibility. Really, really like Christian Wood and Domantas Sabonis tonight, and I really like Joel Embiid. So those would be my top 3 options at the center position. And yeah. Patrick says, I won on my first night playing parlay picks. I love it. Or parlay play, I mean. Yeah, parlay play, man. It's really fun. They're adding some more features over here that we're going to be able to kind of chat as we play too eventually here. But like I said, with the Discord chat, I really want to kind of get involved. If you do join the Discord chat, send in your parlay play username so that we can all kind of track where we are in the standings, chat it up, and have some fun. And it's just nice to get a break away from the lineup build sometimes. Like if you're playing DraftKings and FanDuel and you're struggling and you're just sick of it, it's a nice little break, get a little breath of air. And I got to be honest, this is free money. I got Domantas Sabonis parlay points. You can see right there. So you get 1 point for points, 1 point for rebound, 1 point for assist, 2 points for blocks, and 2 points for steals. Kind of similar to FanDuel scoring. I have DeMontis Sabonis projected for like 45 FanDuel points tonight, and I have Kyle Lowry projected for in the 40s too. I mean, it's free money as far as I'm concerned in my projections. It's absolutely free money. Go ahead and go over to Parlay Play. Click that link in the description. If you don't want to click, if you just go to parlayplay.io, you type in the code KJK003, you're gonna get that free $10, risk-free, 2 risk-free $5 bets. And like I said, I think these are locks tonight, guys. I feel real confident about these 2 overs hitting and the parlay points for both Sabonis and Lowry. Feeling really, really good about that. So go ahead, lock that in. The Prince says, "Is that fantasy points or points?" Yeah, you could be either. The Prince. I'm saying parlay points. You can click this little drop down link. This is mobile compatible, so if you go on your phone, it's mobile friendly. But you can either pick his points, rebounds, or parlay points. Parlay points are kind of like your FanDuel points, your DraftKings points, kind of your normal fantasy points. Whereas points are real life points, rebounds obviously are rebounds, etc. So, but yeah, free money, lock those in, love it. And let's talk about this New Orleans Pelicans Dallas game. Luka Doncic at 11-8, gonna like him a lot now that there's no Kristaps Porzingis in this one. Should get a lot more usage, a lot more upside. Going to be in a good game environment here. And the New Orleans Pelicans have been terrible all season defensively. They don't scare me whatsoever. Looking at my defensive half court and putbacks tool over here, they're 27th overall in points per possession rank, 29th in points allowed in the half court setting. And then as far as defense and transition, they've been pretty below par in that too, 19th overall in transition frequency allowed as well. So gonna like Luka Doncic a lot. And the other guy you have to be taking a look to is Jalen Brunson, of course. Anytime that Kristaps Porzingis is out, Jalen Brunson going to get a big bump up, and he's just really, really cheap. He's only 4.9 on DraftKings. I think he's 5K over here on FanDuel. So I'm going to like Jalen Brunson a lot as well. And another guy that I would be looking to on this slate tonight. So, he's kind of becomes one of the easier value plays. I think his upside's massive here. You could be looking to a Maxi Kleber as well, with there being no Kristaps Porzingis in this one as well. He's doubtful, so he hasn't been officially ruled out. But, I mean, let's be honest, he's going to be out. So Maxi Kleber all the way down to 4-1's another guy that I'm looking to. And the other thing in this game to keep an eye on is the Josh Hart news. If Josh Hart is out, Thomas Satoransky, Trey Murphy should see increased playing time. But more specifically, I do think that gives a pretty big bump up in usage to a Devontae Graham and a Brandon Ingram and a Jonas Valanciunas. So I like those guys a lot more. And I'm going to like Jonas Valanciunas a lot more overall now that there's no Kristaps Porzingis in this one. The defensive presence inside should be really weak on the Dallas side. So I like Jonas Valanciunas a lot. I talked about liking Joel Embiid. I talked about liking Christian Wood. I like those guys a lot, but I also like Jonas Valanciunas a lot. Yeah, really, really liking these spots for these big men. So, going to like Jonas Valanciunas a bunch for sure. And then, of course, Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to get a big bump up in usage as well with there being no Kristaps Porzingis. So, you can be looking at him or Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic. Feeling pretty confident about those options in this game. We know exactly where the usage should be going. Boston taking on Utah. This is one of the uglier games on the slate. Honestly, I'm really not getting too excited to play anyone from this game. Both teams are fully healthy. It's only a 210 over-under. It's an 8-point spread in favor of Utah. There is no Jaylen Brown, so Jason Tatum should get a big bump up. I just think he's priced up way too much for this matchup right now, taking on a Utah squad that's really good defensively. Like, do I really want to pay 10-1 for Jason Tatum on this slate when I can just go to another guy in the same price range as him, such as a Paul George or a Trae Young or a Domantas Sabonis at 9.6, a Jonas Valanciunas at 9.4. I know they're different positions, but you get the point. Like, I'd much rather go to these other guys. Joel Embiid at 10.5. It's not even close for me. So I know Tatum gets a bump up in usage. Ideally, he should be a good play. It's just Utah's defense is really, really tough, so I'm not really getting too excited to play him tonight. I'd much rather go down into the cheaper Boston guys in a Marcus Smart and Dennis Schroeder, the two guards. With there being no Jaylen Brown, these two guys should certainly get a big bump up. And Dennis Schroeder specifically over here on FanDuel is another guy that's underpriced for his role now. FanDuel, quite a bit of guys that are underpriced as always, but Dennis Schroeder is all the way down to 5.5. Once again, not the best matchup, unfortunately, but from an upside and a matchup aspect, just from an upside aspect because of the injuries with Jaylen Brown, it's a good spot. Utah defense, obviously, kind of tough. It would be a little bit more ideal if you got a better matchup, but we're going to have to kind of roll with the punches. But from a price tag aspect on FanDuel, Dennis Schroeder is really, really cheap. Really, really easy to be putting in your lineups over there. And I do like him a little bit on DraftKings as well. And another guy I think that's way underpriced is Joe Ingles at only 3.9. For his upside, he could certainly have a big game and put up like 40 DraftKings points on any given night. He's put up 24, 24, and 29 DraftKings points the last 3 times out. I do think that he's a pretty viable play as well at his respective price tag. So there's some of the guys that I'd be looking to in this game. But overall, really not getting too excited about this game. See how many questions we got. The class says Brogdon, Jay Allen, Brandon Ingram, or Clint Capella. I don't know what website you're playing on, man, but I'm going to go with either Brogdon or Jared Allen, and probably be Jared Allen. On both sides, do you like Devontae Graham? Yeah, Patrick, I do like Devontae Graham. I'm going to like him a lot more if there is no Josh Hart, though, so just keep that in mind. Phoenix taking on the Golden State Warriors. This is the next game on the slate. This is nationally televised. That's one thing I forgot to leave out, actually. We talk about it. I talk about it all the time, or I try to talk about it, is nationally televised games are a thing. And tonight, the two nationally televised games are going to be Phoenix taking on Golden State Warriors, and the other one's going to be Philadelphia taking on Atlanta. So I like Joel Embiid a lot in that Showtime spot. I do like Chris Paul a bunch in this game. There is no Devin Booker, so Chris Paul's usage should be through the roof. Had a little bit of a not-so-good game last time out, but when you're factoring that they're on a back-to-back and they have an actual contender in the Golden State Warriors as compared to playing a Detroit team that's really not that good, I think that was kind of by design to give Chris Paul a little bit of a rest going into this other big game. So I think Chris Paul's in store for a really big game in this one. I certainly would have a lot of interest in him. So he's someone that I'd be looking to on this slate tonight. Deshaun Thompson says, thoughts on Miles Turner? Yeah, I like Miles Turner if you're not playing Domantas Sabonis, but to be honest with you, I really like Domantas Sabonis tonight, so I would probably lean towards going with Sabonis. If you're not playing Sabonis, the natural pivot is to just go to Miles Turner and say that he is the big game. So if you want that to be your approach, makes sense, but personally, I certainly like him a little bit more. Some other guys on this Phoenix side that are going to be opening up some value with there being no Devin Booker. Jay Crowder, Cameron Johnson, certainly going to be getting a lot more usage. Cameron Johnson continues to be priced very reasonably on both websites. He's put up 27 and 33 the last two times out, getting a lot of minutes, producing at a very high rate. He's someone that I'm certainly going to be having quite a bit of interest in on this slate tonight and moving forward from a value aspect. I just think he's a little too cheap, so I would certainly take advantage of the price tag while you can as long as Devin Booker is out. So he's someone that I'd be looking to. And another guy that's seeing his minutes ramp way up is Otto Porter Jr. in this Golden State Warriors side. Finally, we've just been waiting for him to get the minutes. Otto Porter Jr. is a very good fantasy point producer. He just hasn't quite gotten the minutes for some strange reason in this Golden State Warriors team. But now they're kind of starting to dial up his minutes in this offense. He's seen 26, 30 minutes the last two times out. 30 minutes against the same Phoenix team the last time out. So it's the same exact matchup. We know he got the minutes last time as far as the big and the small, as far as off the bench. So likely, he's going to get those minutes again. So I certainly like Otto Porter Jr. a lot. And he's someone that I would be looking into as well. So that's someone I'd be looking to. Guys, we got 9 likes right now. We're trying to get 20 likes on the stream. If you're tuning in and you're enjoying this content, if you could please take a second to leave a like, that would be greatly appreciated. Trying to get up to 20 likes on all these live streams. Texas Ranger asks, thoughts on Dwight Howard? Dwight Howard is not on my list tonight. Absolutely not. I wouldn't really want to play Dwight Howard. We'll get to that in the last game, but I don't really think it makes sense to be going him. We'll talk it over. But yeah, I don't really think it makes sense to be going him. Chris Paul, going to be a great play on the Phoenix side. We talked about Mikal Bridges as well, going to get a bump up with there being no Devin Booker. He hasn't had the biggest game in the world, but like I said, I do like Cameron Johnson a lot off the bench. Jay Crowder should get a lot of minutes. Both those two guys are underpriced. Otto Porter Jr. I like a lot on the Golden State Warriors side of things. And then DeAndre Ayton is the obvious number 2 punch guy. Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton should get all the uses that they can handle. With there being no with there being no Devin Booker. So, those two guys going to make a lot of sense. The only downside is the Golden State Warriors defense has been phenomenal all season long. They're number 1 in the league in points per possession rank. So, that's obviously less than ideal. But when you're looking at the Vegas lines in this one, it is a 7-point spread for the Golden State Warriors. It's not the worst spread in the world. And if you're paying up for some of these top producers on the Phoenix side of things, you're obviously expecting the game to stay close. So, DeAndre and Chris Paul, 2 guys that I'd be looking to on this slate tonight. And other 2 guys, Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole, I do like those guys quite a bit on the Golden State Warriors side of things, especially if you're not playing Stephen Curry. If you're playing Stephen Curry, it doesn't really make sense to play these guys because obviously Stephen Curry's price tag, he's really going to have a big game and soak up the usage. If you think that Stephen Curry doesn't have the best game in the world, this Phoenix squad's been very good defensively too. Golden State Warriors are ranked to number 1 in defense on my premium content in points per possession rank, and the Phoenix Suns are ranked number 3. So both top 3 defenses. So a little bit less than ideal, but, you got to kind of roll with the punches if you're going to play some guys in this game. Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton make the most sense to me, but LA Clippers taking on the LA Lakers. We just got a question about Dwight Howard in the chat. My answer was no. I don't really think it makes sense to go too much Dwight Howard at all. But he said Frank Vogel did say he's going to start. He came off the bench and he played a bunch of minutes last time out. I kind of think that was an outlier. Like, maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe Frank Vogel's really going to ramp up his minutes. I haven't seen reports on that. There is Ivica Zubac, Marcus Morris. But I'd have a lot more interest in Dwight Howard if Anthony Davis was ruled out and Anthony Davis is expected to play. So now that Dwight Howard's getting more minutes, possibly. But, I mean, you got to factor in, that game was 117-92. It was an absolute blowout. So I don't think that Dwight Howard is going to be playing 35 minutes a game. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe after this start, he proves us wrong and he's playing all those minutes. But I don't really think he's going to be playing that many minutes. He probably sees like 20 minutes. And then, Anthony Davis is going to be kind of dominating down low anyways for this Lakers squad. And they're going to be kind of battling for rebounds. So it's a little less than ideal. So, I don't think I would go to Dwight Howard until we get some real proof that he's going to be playing all these minutes. And with all these Lakers guys healthy, Westbrook, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, all of them priced up, it becomes a little bit difficult to have too much interest in them. It is a close game. It's a 218.5 over under with a 2.5 point spread in favor of the LA Lakers. So it's expected to stay close. If you want to go to one of these guys, sure. I just think there's some other spots. Even on the other side of this game, Paul George, if this game's going to stay close, Paul George is 10-3. He's the main candidate, and he's the only guy on the LA Clippers. So would I much rather play Paul George? Yeah, I think Paul George makes a lot more sense because, he's the main guy. If the game's going to stay close, they're going to need him to really have a big game here. And guess what? There's a 2.5 point spread, so the game's expected to stay close. So who do I think is going to have the biggest game in this game? Paul George. I mean, it just all kind of makes sense. So he'd be my favorite option in this game. And then my second favorite option would be Reggie Jackson on this LA Clipper side of things. He should get the second amount of usage. Price is 6.6 for a good reason. All kind of making sense. So, yeah, that's kind of my overall breakdown of these game-by-games, guys. So please ask all the questions that you have in the chat, and I will get to them. Hop in this free parlay play tonight, guys. Go ahead and sign up over here on Parlay Play, and you get the 2 picks for this Indiana Pacers Miami Heat game. I'm telling you right now, the over is going to hit for both of these guys. Sabonis over 32.5. Kyle Lowry over 25.5. That's just free money. My projections have them both outscoring that by like 5 or more points, which is a pretty large margin in a base projection system. So I'm feeling really confident about that. And then go and hop in the free to play as well. You can see right here, NBA December 3rd, you can win, it's $100 in prizes. So it's a free entry. And once you climb in the parlay play and you go to, your home system, you go to the bottom, it says free to play, and you'll be able to hop right in there for free. Lock in some of my picks. I already shared with you guys my picks, but we'll go over it again. I'm going to put this link for the parlay play in the chat. Go ahead and sign up. You get the 2 free $5 bets right off the bat. They will also match your deposit up to $50. So take advantage of this free money while you can, guys. Some of these other sites like a FanDuel and a DraftKings, they get so big and they don't offer these offers. But the smaller ones that are trying to build their clientele base and all that stuff, they offer a lot of really good offers. So take advantage while you can. Free money is good money. You get a free chance to win $30. And like I said, this first pick, Bam Adebayo, under. Really feeling confident in that one. So definitely going to like that. Why? Because he's not playing. So Bam Adebayo under should be a lock to hit. Darius Garland, I like the over quite a bit. And then the Kevin Durant, my third pick for you guys would be, I think he's going to score between 28 and 32 points. That's real life points. So I like that free play a lot. And like I said, the 2 picks that I'm really liking, if you go to the lobby over here on Parlay Play as well and go to NBA, in this Indiana Pacers and Miami Heat game, I just think this is such free money. Domantas Sabonis and Kyle Lowry. You can pick points or parlay points. Parlay points are just essentially, fantasy points like a DraftKings or a FanDuel. I would go with the parlay points, and I would take the over for both of these guys. Domantas Sabonis over 32.5. Kyle Lowry for his parlay points over 25.5. Free money. Feeling real confident about it, so I'm excited to cash in. Go ahead and click that link in the description. And get your free money, guys. Your free $10 to play. You get your free picks from me. And I'm feeling, like I said, the fact that my base projection has these guys projected for 5 points plus over. I mean, I got Sabonis projected for, let me pull this up just to, I'm going to pull this up so I'm making sure that I'm not lying to you guys. I know that I'm not, but Let's see. Domantas Sabonis, right now, I have Domantas Sabonis projected for 45.61 fantasy points tonight. He has to score 33 for you to hit the over on parlay play. And then my other guy is Kyle Lowry. Looking at my projections for Kyle Lowry tonight, he's my lock of the night. Love him. And looking at my base projection, I've got him projected for 35.62 FanDuel points. That is absurd how much more I have them projected. Like, I'm telling you, this is free money. So click that link in the chat, parlay play, use the code KJK003, sign up, put these two picks in, both parlay points, hit the all-in button, place your bet. A $5 risk-free entry you get right at the bat when you become a member, and you're going to win. So, unless one of these guys gets hurt, I'm telling you, free money. Well, anytime you have a guy projected for 10 points over his parlay line, that's saying a lot. So, take advantage. Take advantage. I got a smile on my face for a reason. That's free money. So, Colin says, I might have missed it, but can you recap Heat players? Thanks, KJK. Yeah, Colin, I got you, man. We'll go to the Heat players over here. The top two priorities are going to be Tyler Hero and Kyle Lowry, honestly. And then also Dwayne Dedmon. It's really those three guys. The other guys, you can throw in as some salary relief guys, but I'm not feeling quite as confident. They're not going to get quite as many minutes. Not quite as much usage. So it's really Dwayne Dedmon, Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero. All three are phenomenal plays. The other guys you can throw in your tournament lineups if you want. If you want to go down to a Gabe Vincent, a Max Struss, a PJ Tucker, maybe a Caleb Martin. I don't hate it, but they're not nearly as good of plays as these other guys. Looking at my DK projections right now as far as who I've got grading out pretty good. Dwayne Dedmon's my top play by far on the Miami side as far as upside at his respective price tag. But if you didn't watch my video earlier, Kyle Lowry is my lock of the night. So I absolutely love Kyle Lowry on both websites, but specifically on FanDuel. He's really, really too cheap over here on FanDuel. And I'm going to be placing plenty of money on Mr. Kyle Lowry tonight between, fantasy lineups, FanDuel, DraftKings, and then parlay play on the over on Kyle Lowry. Love Kyle Lowry, so pick him in all formats. And I think you'll be cashing in your tournament lineups and having a fun night counting your money. So. The class says, who you like, Valanciunas or Sabonis? I like both those guys a lot, man. I like both of them a lot. So, I don't know what to tell you there. Some of my favorite big plays on the slate tonight, just to give you kind of a rundown on both websites. I like Joel Embiid a lot. I like Domantas Sabonis a lot. I like Jonas Valanciunas a lot. And I like Christian Wood a lot. Those are my main guys. So, those are the guys I'd be locking in your lineups. Love them a lot. If you want to become a KJK DFS premium member, you can get access to the core plays over here. I'm sure that multiple of those guys will probably be in my core plays. So, but you can go and check this out. Link in the description. You get access to the package. And if you're just joining in and you didn't know, all December long, the holiday season, I'm going to be offering my Discord package, which is usually $10 for only $1 a month. Click that. Get in the Discord chat. You can ask me questions all the way up until lock. I live stream until like 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and then till 7 p.m. I'm in the Discord chat answering all your questions. And trying to give back to the holiday season. All of your support throughout the season really means a lot to me throughout the year. So I want to give back. Join the Discord chat. Only $1. And you can ask me all these questions. And honestly, it's just really fun being part of a community, chatting it up with people. I'd really like to get some more people in the Discord chat. Try to grow the KJK DFS community because it's fun. So, what's your favorite pay up on DK tonight, Brian asks. Favorite pay up on DK? That's a good question. My favorite pay up on DK is going to be probably... That's tough. By pay up for his price tag, I'm going to go with Joel Embiid at 10.5. I really like him a lot. There's no Tobias Harris now. Joel Embiid's usage should be through the roof at 10.5. I think he's going to have a really big game. So I like him a lot. 11 likes, guys. Trying to get to 20 likes. If you could hit that like button if you're enjoying the content, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's get to 20 likes, please. Don't forget to check out the Patreon package and the $1 offer, and then check out Parlay Play, like I said. I'm going to keep saying, if you've been watching the stream, I've said it 20 times. This is free money, guys. Sabonis over. I got him projected for 45 points. Lowry, 25. I got him projected for, I forget what I just said, but way over that, too. 35. So why don't you just win some free money? Because it's really that easy. And I love that feeling that I can just say that because it's just free money. So Woods or Edwards, or Woods or D Russell? I don't know if you. I don't know if you meant Christian Wood. Who do you mean by Woods? Woods? You got to mean Christian Wood, right? If you mean Christian Wood or DeAndre Russell, I'd go Christian Wood. Not even a question. I expect that Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be out. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I do expect that Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be out. So Christian Wood's a great play. And even if Kevin Porter Jr. is in, I still love Christian Wood. This Orlando defense has been absolutely atrocious all season long. You can't ask for a much better matchup. I absolutely love Christian Wood tonight. So, Clausa, smack that like button. Yeah, Clausa, yeah, appreciate you, man. The 20 likes. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. FanDuel, thoughts on Draymond, Patrick asks. Yeah, Patrick, just to be fully transparent and honest with you, man, on FanDuel, I'm really, really locked in on those guys that I mentioned. Christian Wood, Domantas Sabonis, Evan Mobley. I really like those guys. Maybe a Wendell Carter I like quite a bit at 6'5". I just don't think Draymond's really too necessary in the price range that he falls at. 7'1". He could get there. I don't hate it. But honestly, just being honest with you, man, I don't like it a lot. The Phoenix Suns have been a really good defensive team. We have Christian Wood in a tremendous matchup taking on Orlando. We have Domantas Sabonis in a underpriced, or he's just underpriced on FanDuel. It's not the best matchup taking on Miami, but he's just underpriced. Evan Mobley, Washington's a good matchup. I think he's underpriced. And then another guy that I'd be willing to go to if you want a cheaper guy that's really cheap on FanDuel, we talked about him, Otto Porter. Otto Porter down here at 4.6, getting a lot of minutes now with this Golden State Warriors rotation. So I think he's way too underpriced on FanDuel. 25 minutes, 30 minutes. He put up 38, 29 points the last couple times out. Just way too cheap over here. So if you want to go cheap, he does have small forward, power forward eligibility. But, yeah, man, I'd be prioritizing those guys I've been talking about. I really like them. So that's my approach there. All right, guys, 6:13. I'm going to be hanging around for another, 5 minutes or so. The questions are kind of slowing down. So if you have any questions, please do ask them. I'll gladly answer them. We kind of went over everything on the slate. But if you have any questions, please ask them. I would love to help you out. That's what I'm here for. This free content. I want to help you out in as many ways as I can. If you're getting very serious about NBA DFS and you really want to win a lot of money, you're playing every night, I would highly recommend my NBA DFS premium package, guys. It's only $19.99 a month. You're going to win that back in the first night using it, most likely. So, I mean, it's well worth the price. You get the core plays. You get the projections. If you use my projections, I use a multiplier metric. It's very simple to break down my projections as far as who I'm liking. You might hear guys around the industry use terms like 5xing, 6xing, 7xing their price tag. I go ahead and just put that and build that into my projections. It's all color-coded as well, so it'll be green to red. So you can just go ahead and sort my sheets, figure out which ones are green, and then that's how you kind of figure out your top plays on the slate. That's exactly what I do and how I build my lineups. I built my tools to make it easy. I go in, I update my projections, I sort the multiplier column, or maybe I sort it by the most amount of FanDuel points or DraftKings points, and then I look at the multiplier metric, whether it's green or not next to it. Like the top, let's say that Joel Embiid, like for instance, Joel Embiid's priced way up and his projections way high. I'll just sort by the projections, so the top projection here at the top, and I'll look at my multiplier metric, and I see on that right side whether it's green, yellow, red, etc. And the guys that are green obviously are going to be the top plays. So it's that simple. The tools are designed to be simple to help you win money. So check that out. And I'll be answering all your questions, though, in the chat up until lock. Or not up until lock, I'm sorry. Up until 6:30 if you keep asking questions. But, yeah. Patrick says, Huerter or Cam Johnson on FanDuel? I would lean towards going Cam Johnson, Patrick. I just think he's priced a little bit more reasonably. And for that reason, I think I just like him more at his price tag, his upside at his price tag, so to speak. So that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, Cameron Johnson would be my pick there. John says, Ayton or Capella on DK? I'd go with Ayton. There's no Devin Booker, so DeAndre Ayton should get a big bump up in usage. So for that reason, I do like DeAndre Ayton there. At 7.4, priced very reasonably. No Devin Booker, should get a big bump up. So DeAndre Ayton. Patrick says, your tools help me a lot. Yeah, Patrick, I'm glad to hear that, man. Like I said, the tools are designed to be simple, but in a good and effective way. You know, you just log in to the, you just go into the spreadsheet. You look at that green, the color-coded stuff. You can go to the defense, offensive stats. It's all right in front of your face. There's a lot of stuff there, so really should be helpful for you. Who do you like the best out of the LA Lakers and LA Clippers game? The Claw asked, the players. Paul George. Paul George is my favorite play in that game by far. There's no Kawhi Leonard still. Paul George is going to take on a bunch of usage. It's a close spread game. It's a 2.5-point spread in favor of the LA Lakers. So in order for this game to stay close, who's going to have the big game most likely? Paul George. So Paul George is my favorite play in that game. All right, guys, if you're just joining in, hit that like button. Do greatly appreciate it. Head on over to Parlay Play, guys. I'm really trying to win you some free money. I've said it multiple times, but it's because I'm trying to win you free money. I have these two guys projected for, 10-plus points over what their line is over here on Parlay Play. So I'm absolutely loving the upside of this app right now. So lock these picks in. Going over to Parlay Play, use my link below in the description. I put it in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and put that link in the chat again for you guys so that you can head on over there, sign up. You get the you get your deposit matched up to $50 when you join, and you get 2 risk-free $5 bets if you do join Parlay Play. And like I said, the very first thing I do, go over to Parlay Play. I'm going to walk you through it right now. Go to the home screen. Click on the NBA icon, the basketball icon. Go to the Miami Heat and Indiana Pacers game. You can do this on your phone. I'm showing you on the screen right now, but this is a mobile-friendly website, so it's really nice on your phone. It's designed to be so. Click on that Pacers Heat game. Go ahead to Domantas Sabonis. Click on the parlay points, 32.5. Click on that over button. Go to Kyle Lowry. Click on the parlay points. Click on that over button. Click the all-in. Place. Lock that pick in, both these picks in. It's free money, guys. I got Sabonis projected for 45. I got Kyle Lowry projected for 35. These lines are way too low. So, free money. And then not to mention, there's literally a free-to-play, which I want you guys to hop in, which if you're just joining in, go ahead and check this out. The NBA December 3rd contest, you can win $100, so check that out. Use the code, the KJK003 when you join over here. And verify your email address. Use your free entries. Start your free winnings over here on Parlay Play, guys. And like I said, climbing this NBA December 3rd. They offer a free play every, a couple days or whatever. Tonight it is NBA. Tomorrow they have an NCAA football. And then, we're going to see some NFL, another free contest in the NFL on Sunday. But for tonight, we have that NBA free contest. It's free. Locking the under on the Bam Adebayo pick because Bam Adebayo is out. So you're guaranteed that you're going to hit that. And like I said, click that link in the chat. Sign up for Parlay Play. If you click the link, it'll automatically use my code. So you get all the free money. But if you use the code KJK003, you get that as well. Banks Larry says, 9,400 DK, last pick. Who do you like? 9,400 on DraftKings. Let me help you out here, Banks Larry. Let's see. 9,400 on DraftKings. Jonas Valanciunas. Or Christian Wood. One of those two guys. Not even a question. Either Jonas Valanciunas or Christian Wood. Whoever you like better. Both in great matchups. Jonas Valanciunas gets a great matchup taking on the front court with no Kristaps Porzingis. So he's going to get a big bump up. And then Christian Wood taking on an Orlando defense that's been terrible all season long. So one of those guys, not even a question. All right, guys, look like the questions are dying down here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the chat. Feel free to check out the offer I'm giving over here on Patreon this month for the Discord. You can get in here for only $1 for the whole month. Trying to give back to you guys in the holiday season. Like I said, check out the Parlay Play. Trying to win you guys free money on the Parlay Play. Trying to give back to you guys in the Discord package. I really do appreciate all the support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you're enjoying the content, please do so. It really does mean a lot to me. It's going to help me grow this channel. I put a lot of hard work and effort into these videos and content every single day. So if you'd be willing to do that, that would be greatly appreciated. And then one thing, if you've been watching my content for quite some time, you probably noticed there's a little bit of a different overlay here. I also do have a bunch of different content on other platforms. So I post stuff on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the above. So go ahead and follow me at KJK_DFS on all those platforms except for Facebook, because Facebook doesn't allow you to use underscores. So it's just at KJK DFS. But follow me on all the social media platforms. I tweet out as much as I can on updates as well, like if players are ruled out or guys I'm liking. My lock of the night, if you're on the go and you don't have time to watch my video or something pops up and you just need to quickly figure out who my lock of the night is. I try to help out and post on that stuff as much as possible. So, the Claw says, hope your day is going good at KJK. Thanks for streaming. Hope I can make a profit. If I do, I can't wait to get on the Patreon. Yeah, Claw, man. I can't wait to have you join the Patreon. And like I said, if you need to make a profit, climb on over here to Parlay Play, man. Use that link I just gave you in the chat. Join. Use your free play. You get the 2 free $5 risk-free bets. And they'll match you up to $50 as well. But if you don't want to put any money in, that's fine too. Just play the free play, man. But also, you get to play for free on the paid contest anyways, because you get 2 free $5 bets. I know Patrick jumped in Parlay Play last night. He put his $5 bet in and he hit right away. Immediately tripled his money. So, I mean, with these lines that I'm liking, like I said, hopefully, Patrick, you locked in the over on the Domantas Sabonis parlay points and the over on the Kyle Lowry's parlay points, because you're going to win another free $15 tonight. Or if you're putting in more money, great, because I'm really confident in these 2 picks. So, lock them in. But yeah, guys, that is all for me for the live stream. Looks like the questions are slowing down, so I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. If you did, if you could please take a second to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll be here all season long breaking down these slates to help you guys become better DFS players. I'm going to hop into the Discord chat, answer any questions that you guys have. So if you haven't joined the Discord chat, go ahead and hop in there for $1 all month of December. Become part of the KJK DFS community. We can chat it up all day long in there. So looking forward to continuing to grow with you guys, winning some money. And yeah, I'm going to answer some more questions here. Looks like we do have some more coming in. Banks Larry says, what's your thoughts on Cole Anthony? I do like Cole Anthony quite a bit. I do like his usage rate. I just think he's priced pretty appropriately, but at the same time, he can certainly surpass his price tag on both websites. So I don't hate him whatsoever. I do think my favorite play from the Orlando side of things, at an upside at his price tag perspective, is going to be Franz Wagner. He's only 5'8" on FanDuel. Is really cheap as well. I don't know exactly what he is, but I know he's cheap over here as well. So I do like him quite a bit. He's 6'4", so not quite as friendly over here on FanDuel, but I still like the price tag. And then Patrick says, I think I did actual points by accident, but I think it'll still hit. Yeah, man, that's all good. You made an accident. You made a mistake, but next time just try to focus in on the pick, because like I said, I got them projected for like 10 points more than their fantasy points, so that's free money. So just, I know you're getting used to the app, but next time just make sure you're locking in the right thing. Time My Life says, what game will you target the most? My guess is going to be I'm going to target the most this Orlando-Houston game. Especially if there's no Kevin Porter Jr. I think I'm going to have a lot of interest in Jason Tate, Christian Wood. Armani Brooks off the bench as well become a pretty intriguing option. Eric Gordon as well. And then on the Magic side, you can run it back with Cole Anthony, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., Mo Bamba. I like all those guys. So I think I'm going to have quite a bit of exposure to that game. The second game would probably be Dallas taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. If there's no Josh Hart, like I'm going to like Devontae Graham. I like Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic, and Tim Hardaway Jr., then Maxi Kleber as well, with there being no Kristaps Porzingis. So those would be the 2 games I'm targeting the most on the slate. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Check out the links in the chat that I just dropped. Check out the links down below in the description. Join Parlay Play. Lock in those picks that I gave you guys. Free money to be had over there with those picks. And then feel free to join the Discord chat. Only $1 all December, giving back to you guys for the holiday season. You can hop in and join the KJK DFS package as well. $19.99 a month. I think it's an absolute bargain. I think you're going to win back your money very quick. So let's win some money tonight. Wish you guys all the best of luck. We'll see you in the next one. And I'm out of here. Peace.